You've heard them hoot, but did you know your owls hunt while you sleep? A shadowy predator emerges at 10 p.m. A stunned mouse freezes in a thicket. Stay to the end because you'll learn how owls silently rewrite your backyard's story every night. Number 1. Your backyard might be home to a silent hunter that operates under the cover of darkness. Barred owls are the masters of the night, using sound as their primary tool for hunting. These owls can pinpoint prey by the faintest rustle, even in total darkness. Their ears are uniquely shaped to capture the smallest vibrations in the air. This ability is not just a natural marvel, but a vital part of their survival strategy. What this means for you is that your yard may host an unsung guardian, working tirelessly to keep rodent populations in check. Imagine your yard becoming a hunting ground where every rustle and whisper is a clue in a silent game of survival. Barred owls rely on their acute hearing to track prey across the forest floor or through dense undergrowth. Their specialized ear structures allow them to triangulate the location of even the tiniest movements. This skill is so finely tuned that they can detect a mouse scurrying beneath the leaves from dozens of feet away. These owls aren't just passive observers, they are active participants in the ecosystem, shaping the balance of life around them. Their presence is a testament to the complexity of the natural world right outside your Denemian, the Placian of the even the tiniest movements. As the owl glides soundlessly through the night, its wings produce no noise, thanks to specialized fringes that muffle each beat. This silent flight gives the barred owl a crucial advantage over its prey, allowing it to strike with precision and speed. A single owl can consume over 1,000 mice each year, according to the Cornell Lab of Ornithology, an incredible feat that highlights the owl's role in maintaining ecological balance. Your yard is not just a place for bird song and sunlit activity, it is also a stage for this quiet, unseen drama. What happens next in this silent patrol is a mystery, but the owl is always listening, always hunting, always watching. Number 2. The moon's invisible influence is a silent force shaping the lives of owls in your yard. As the moon rises, so does the activity of these nocturnal hunters. But it's not just about light. This celestial rhythm alters their entire approach to survival. On moonlit nights, owls are more likely to hunt, not because they need to, but because their prey becomes easier to spot. The moon acts like a spotlight, turning the forest into a stage for a silent drama. What this means for you is that your backyard becomes a theater of unseen action, every full moon a new chapter. When the moon is full, owls face a double-edged sword. Their increased visibility makes them more effective hunters, but it also exposes them to dangers like foxes and other predators that rely on the same moonlight. A study in PNAS found that owls attempt to hunt 20% more often during full moons, showing just how deeply the lunar cycle affects their behavior. These adaptations are not just instinct, they're strategies passed down through generations. Your yard becomes a place where nature's balance is constantly shifting, influenced by forces beyond the horizon. The owl's world is not just about food, but survival, strategy, and timing. Despite the risks, owls continue to follow the moon, as if it's an ancient compass guiding them. This invisible influence doesn't just shape their hunt, it defines their entire rhythm of life. The National Audubon Society points out that owls can sense these lunar shifts and adjust their behavior accordingly, showing a level of adaptability that's remarkable. It's a reminder that even in the quietest of moments, the natural world is in motion, shaped by cycles older than we can imagine. What lies ahead in this story is not just about owls, but about how the moon weaves its way through the fabric of life in your own backyard. Number 3. The secret meetings in the dark are more than just whispers in the night. Owls are not just silent hunters, they are also social creatures that use the cover of darkness to communicate in ways you might never expect. These nocturnal gatherings are not only for mating rituals, but also serve as a way for owls to signal their location, mark territory, and even share information about food sources. The barred owl, for instance, has a signature call that echoes through the forest. Who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all? Heard up to a mile away. This call is not just a sound, it's a language that connects owls in the deep of night. What this means for you is that if you're listening closely, your yard might be hosting a hidden conversation among its feathered neighbors. In the dead of night, when the world seems still, owls are engaged in elaborate courtship displays, gliding silently above your backyard or flitting between branches with a grace that defies their size. These performances, often invisible to the human eye, are a dance of survival and connection, where every movement and call has a purpose. The barred owl's call, with its haunting and rhythmic quality, is not only a beacon for potential mates, but also a territorial marker that can be heard across vast distances. These nightly meetings are not random, they are orchestrated and intentional, forming a network of communication that spans the entire ecosystem. Your yard is not just a backdrop, it's an active participant in this hidden world of owls. The next time you hear that call, take a moment to listen. These secret meetings in the dark go beyond simple communication. They are a testament to the complexity of owl behavior and the hidden life that unfolds under your nose. Owls are not just solitary hunters. They are part of a social fabric that weaves through the night, influencing the balance of the ecosystem in ways we are only beginning to understand. While the barred owl's call is the most famous, many other owl species use similarly intricate methods to interact, each with its own unique sound and ritual. This nocturnal world is not closed to you. It's unfolding around you, waiting to be noticed. As you continue to explore your yard, you'll find that the secrets of the night are not only in the calls you hear, but in the stories that remain untold. What will you discover next, just beyond the edge of the dark? Number 4, the hidden battles under your feet are not just about soil or roots. They're about survival, strategy, and the quiet power of nature's unseen rulers. Beneath every blade of grass, a silent war rages as rodents scavenge, burrow, and multiply. But the real master of this underground chessboard is not the mice or the moles, it's the owl. Perched high above, these nocturnal sentinels observe every move, their eyes piercing the darkness with an ancient, calculated awareness. What this means for you is that your yard isn't just a place for birds, it's a thriving ecosystem, and owls are the balance that keeps it from tipping into chaos. Their presence is a sign that your yard is more alive than you might ever imagine. Imagine your yard as a delicate web of life, where each thread is pulled by the unseen forces of nature. The owl's role in this web is not just accidental, it's essential. By hunting rodents, they prevent populations from exploding, which in turn limits the spread of diseases and the damage rodents can do to your garden or home. A study from the University of Washington found that healthy owl populations can lower the risk of rodent-borne illnesses by 30%, showing how deeply their presence impacts both wildlife and humans. These birds aren't just watching, they're maintaining an invisible boundary that keeps your ecosystem in harmony. Their absence, however, signals a warning, something is shifting and it may not be for the better. But owls are more than just hunters. They're also the silent messengers of the environment. Their presence or absence can tell you a lot about the health of your yard and the broader landscape. When an owl chooses to make your yard its home, it's a sign that the ecosystem is strong enough to support not just their prey, but also their survival. However, if they disappear, it might be an early warning that something is out of balance. What's even more fascinating is that their behavior can give you clues about changes in temperature, food availability, and even the impact of human activity. As you continue to observe your yard, you'll begin to see the hidden story that only the owl can tell you. Just need to learn to listen. Number 5. The ghosts of the forest. These are the owls, silent sentinels who watch your yard when the world is asleep. While you slumber, their eyes gleam with a light you can't see, scanning the dark with a precision that defies human limits. These birds have eyes so sensitive they can detect a single mouse in the moonlight, a talent that makes them masters of the night. They may not speak, but their presence is a whisper of ancient wisdom carried through the trees. What this means for you is that your yard is never truly empty. It's alive with unseen watchers who see what you can't. And they remember, just like the forest remembers every story told beneath its canopy. Owls don't just see in the dark. They twist their heads in ways humans can't imagine, turning nearly 270 degrees to take in their surroundings like a living camera. This flexibility allows them to track prey with astonishing accuracy, even when the target is hidden beneath snow or leaves. Their eyes are so large and fixed that they must move their entire head to adjust their view, a motion that seems almost supernatural to us. In some cases, these owls have been known to recognize the faces of humans who regularly feed them, forming a unique bond that blurs the line between predator and companion. They are not just hunters, they are memory keepers, storing every movement, every sound, every encounter in their silent minds. And they watch your yard with a gaze that is both ancient and knowing. The owls in your yard are not just passing through. They are part of a legacy that stretches back through the ages, an unbroken chain of silent watchers who have witnessed everything from storms to starlight. They are the keepers of the forest's secrets, their memories stored not in words but in the way they move, the way they listen, the way they look at you when you least expect it. Some have even been seen pausing mid-flight to study a human face, as if weighing the worth of the visitor who has dared to step into their realm. This is a world where time feels different, where the past is never truly gone. And as you begin to notice them more, you'll wonder, what else are these owls remembering about your yard, and what will they choose to share next? Number 6. The language of the night is a secret world hidden in the hush of dusk. Owls speak a language you've never heard, a symphony of hoots, whistles, and screeches that carry meaning far beyond what meets the eye. Each call is a message, a signal, or a warning, woven into the fabric of the forest. The barred owl, for instance, can produce over 20 distinct sounds, each with its own purpose, from courtship to claiming territory. These vocalizations are not just noise, they are the building blocks of owl society, used to establish bonds and avoid conflict. What this means for you is that your yard might be a stage for this mysterious communication, even if you're only ever listening at night. Imagine standing in your backyard after dark, your ears tuned to the hush of the night. The calls of owls carry across the landscape, sometimes echoing for miles, shaped by the contours of the land and the moisture in the air. Some sounds are sharp and abrupt, like a sudden warning, while others are long and drawn out, like a mating call carried on the wind. These vocalizations are not only tools for survival, but also a way for owls to map their world, locate prey, and avoid danger. You might hear a barred owl's call from your porch, unaware that it's part of a vast network of communication stretching far beyond your view. The night becomes a canvas of sound, and your yard is just one of many listening posts in this nocturnal conversation. What you hear on a still night might be more than just the call of a single owl. It could be a complex exchange between multiple birds, a hidden dialogue in the dark. The barred owl's calls are so varied and precise that they can even convey urgency or distance, like a silent Morse code for the night. These sounds are a key to understanding the owl's world, and they are all around you, waiting to be heard. But what else might the night be whispering? What other secrets lie just beyond the edge of your yard, waiting to be uncovered? The language of the night is only beginning to reveal its depth. In the stillness of the night, when the world is quiet, a barred owl calls out, a sound that carries the weight of the forest, the memory of prey, and the echo of its own survival. It is both hunter and guardian, unseen and unshaken, a silent sentinel of your backyard's hidden life. You listen, breath held, heart softened by the ancient rhythm of the wild. It is not a threat, but a reminder. You are part of something vast and sacred, and in this moment, you are no longer alone. You feel it then, the quiet hum of connection between all living things. The owl's call is more than sound. It is a bridge between the seen and unseen, the known and the unknowable. You are no longer just a witness, you are a participant in this ancient, unbroken story. And in that moment you understand, the wild does not need to be tamed to be loved. It only needs to be heard. And you have listened. Have you ever heard an owl call in your own backyard, and what did it sound like? Share your story in the comments and let's explore the mysterious world of owls together. I'll see you in the next one.